Hey guys, Kitsy Higgins here. I was supposed to be going into a live room to be doing this workshop, but for some reason it wasn't allowing me to. So I thought I would just do it out in the main Facebook group. I am the host, I guess you would call it, of this Facebook group, Being Whole. What I'm learning is it's funny. You kind of start stuff at the beginning many years ago, not really understanding and totally knowing what you're doing. And I guess I was essentially kind of looking just to really be myself, especially with the online world, which is very a little bit nerve-wracking because you're doing it in front of people that it could be a large group of people. So I know at one point in my life, I really wanted to start to learn more about how to really be yourself. As a medium out of the Pittsburgh area, I had a lot of people just kind of really say at all different ages and many different readings, people saying, I did this because of this person, any recommendations. And so creating a course on becoming yourself and then being yourself was extremely, extremely important. As you might see, I have stuffed animals. The kids have stuff on the bedstand. I am now renting a space in the city or just a few miles away, but I did this at night, so I'm not doing that because the kids are at home. So it's a lovely bedroom video again. Yay. I think all YouTubers start in their bedroom someplace, whether if it's sitting on their bed or in a computer by their bed. So that's why I created this Being Whole Facebook group. Was just I had a lot of people that was constantly saying, I did this stuff for other people, or, I want to do this. How do I do this? And creating this Facebook group really allowed me to help people, and that's my biggest goal, is to help you really discover who you are. And what I'm learning more about is that being yourself allows you to be in alignment with your mission and with your goal. And the more alignment you're in, the more you can be in the vortex, as Abraham Hicks would say it. If you're not familiar with Abraham Hicks, I would recommend for you to look into it and research it. But so the more in alignment with who we are, the more we are being authentic with ourselves, which is, trust me, still a learning journey. It's not perfect even for myself. But the more we are in alignment with ourselves, the more we do not self-abandon. We do not hide our thoughts, opinions, or feelings. We do not diminish ourselves. We do not hide ourselves for other people. The more in alignment we can truly be with ourselves and our mission and what we're supposed to be doing in this life, which is awesome. So, and I'm sorry if this is a little bit dark in this room. I need to replace the light bulb, and I wish I would have done it before this meeting. So you're kind of seeing a dark background with myself. Okay, so in this workshop, I apologize, this was supposed to be in the rooms, that meeting room with that event. I apologize if that was not in there. I apologize if you went to that room and somehow got into it. I could not get into it, which is interesting. So I apologize if you missed this because you were in the other room waiting for me. Unfortunately, I couldn't get in, and so I thought I would just still do it in the Facebook group. So in this workshop, we're going to be talking about 3 beliefs that I think are really important, that we need to acknowledge and to bring up, whether if you call them 3 myths about being yourself or 3 stupid beliefs about being yourself. And if people get on here, I can also answer questions, and we'll get to talk to people live also. So that is also an intention, that if someone comes on here, starts talking and starts bringing up what they're experiencing in their life, then we can talk about that too. I do plan on making this a kind of monthly type of workshop. So if you have some myths and or questions about beliefs about being yourself and being whole and being in alignment, please message this Facebook group to say, hey, I want these beliefs, spirit cool to talk about, to bring up in my next workshop or following workshop. Excuse me. Okay. So the first belief is if you're seeing signs and symbols from spirit, it is bad. That's funny. And then the second belief is we can't create the life we want. Funny again. And then 3, which is the third belief we're going to be talking about tonight, which is emotions are bad and we should always be positive. Fuck that shit. Okay, so the first belief, which is I'm seeing signs and symbols of spirit, and it's bad. It's interesting because I want to actually, I'm getting an idea to create something, which I'm like, I don't need to create anything else in my life. But it's an idea of doing something with showcasing people's ghost stories, and personal ghost stories, and or personal spirit stories, because the society makes it seem like it's so bad if you have spirit communication, and that, you are straying away from God if you are experiencing spirit or seeing signs and symbols. Me as a psychic medium, I might have a huge judgment about that or a huge thought, which I feel is completely wrong. You can still have an amazing relationship with God, with Jesus, with your beliefs, and still have communication with guides and angels. The thing is, though, is that this is a natural thing, or so I believe. I will go back to the basics, which is the word in terms spiritualist. A spiritualist is someone that either has the religious beliefs, scientific beliefs, or it's just a belief that life continues and that you can communicate with them. So you could, for me, it's all 3. I'm religious. It's my religious belief that you can communicate with the dead, scientific, and it's a belief to me. I believe all 3 of those things. To you, you could say, nah, I'm not going to touch it as a religion, but I will touch it as a belief that you can do that. So, the thing is that the frequencies are massively shifting. People are shifting and getting on their spiritual journey, spiritual path really quickly nowadays. I started my Reiki journey, 16 years ago. That was when I first started reaching out to my ex-husband at that time. So I think it was roughly 16 years ago. And then I've been Reiki attuned for that same time. So 16 years. So there's been a lot of people that have jumped and taken and started their spiritual journey. So more and more things are shifting in humanity, more and more the vibration of humanity is shifting. And I know you'd say, why do you say that? Because this world is bonkers and it's going to shit. But it's the vibration, it's learning lessons, learning big lessons, and really having a lot of stuff going on. So it's no surprise that while our vibration of the planet is increasing, that we are experiencing spirit, we are experiencing ghosts, deceased loved ones more. Do I feel that it is bad that you are experiencing these things? No, I do not feel that way. To me, I think spirit is just a beautiful gift from God. If you're seeing ghosts, it kind of depends on what you're experiencing. As long as they're not like screaming, abusing at you, if they're maybe talking to you, you may have a gift and that's why they're talking to you. So I would recommend to really bring it up in this Facebook group and to experience and to say what you're experiencing. 1, you never know what someone else is experiencing in this group. 2, you never know what type of experience other people has had that they can relate to and or give you information on. And 3, you never know by you expressing that stuff it could really unlock something for someone else and allow them to also be vulnerable and honest that they too are also seeing that stuff. So to me, I would just really say, if you are experiencing spirit, you're seeing ghosts, but they're not like harmful, you're just seeing them, then it's one of those things, as per what you want to do. You can, one, go to a psych ward, which I've spoken with many people that see spirits and have went to psych wards to decrease their vibration. Or two, is just to kind of work with them and to be like, what is it that you want? How am I supposed to be helping you? Am I supposed to be taking you to the light? And learning more. You're going to ask me, Kitsy, what type of experience? Oh, you must have been a psychic medium since age 4. No, I was none of those things. I was Reiki attuned and unlocked some lessons and some innate ability. And then it's just increased through there over the years. So is it, can you have it innately? And can you have it really young? Yeah, but not everyone has that. So if you're starting to see signs, you've not lost it. You're not going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And that it's really just important that you have a group of people that you can communicate with, feel safe expressing what you're seeing, what you're experiencing, possibly speaking with people that also have gifts and have also worked through their gifts in a proper, calm, a respectable manner. Oh, there's my lipstick I was missing. Oh, that's funny. I noticed that too. I'm being reminded of a situation that happened a few months ago. Not a few months ago, a few years ago, excuse me. There was this person that called me and said that he's starting to see dead people. And I was like, okay, well, tell me more. And he's telling me that he's seeing spirits and they're going through walls and he's talking to them and he's like, am I going absolutely crazy? And I said, no, it just sounds like, you're in a high vibe and that it, so because you're at a higher vibe, you're just seeing stuff more. And he's like, I don't know if I should just go here or like contact a psychotherapist. I was like, that's your decision. But I was like, to me, that's just a gift, and that's a gift that you have. And that's not like, to me, I felt like that's not awful. And I never really heard from him after that. But to me, it was a sign that not just women can be having these gifts. Men can have them too. I really don't know whatever happened to him. He never called me back, and I never found out what really happened with that experience. I'm guessing he probably went someplace and said, hey, I'm having this experience, and he just got really grounded, and that those gifts probably left. So to me, it's one of those things that I really recommend that if you have those, to again find a group of people that you can relate to, find like-minded people, kind of lean on people that have gifts or has had them for a while and again have really nurtured them. And is it bad? I guess it kind of depends as per where your thoughts and beliefs are and what your religion's beliefs are. Do I think it's bad? No. Have I ever? No. I have a lot of religious friends that say, oh, I had experiences with ghosts. So to me, I think it just is what it is. But I know to you, if it's new or if it's something that's really against your religious beliefs, you could be really feeling that it's really negative. I know for me, almost every one of my customers, when I was a local business, had and were primarily from the Catholic Church. I had a huge following of Catholic people. So to me, it's, I think there's a big segment where they make it so taboo and so bad that I wish they kind of just accepted it and kind of allowed people to really do what they felt was right rather than what the book says is right. So I leave that with you, and ultimately it's your decision, but you have a place where you can work with and talk to other people that also are open to these gifts. So you're at the right home if you're having this experiences. So we're on to the next. I think we're doing good with time. The second one is that you can't create the life that you want. Okay. To me, I think this is a ludicrous thought. Would I have thought it was a ludicrous thought about 14 years ago? Probably. So if you're at the place where you're like, no, this is so crazy, what the hell is she talking about? I could understand that. To me, though, I feel I've had a lot of years of personal development, and I've seen myself really manifest, become successful in almost everything that I've touched. I'm not bragging about that, but it's just saying that when you go after something, that you can create it, no matter what it is that you're desiring, no matter what it is that you are trying to achieve, that as long as you go after it, take the steps that you want, and, work through those fears, and work through those limited beliefs, that ultimately you can really create whatever you want, which is awesome. I think that we have forgotten as a society the abilities that we all have and the gifts that we all have to create whatever it is that we want. There is other societies. I'm getting an image about something, and I don't really want to bring up the full image, but I am getting an image of something that I had an experience with. And I do feel that there is other societies on this earth that learned its ability to manifest stuff and did that, aka Atlantis people. I feel that they were way ahead of using our bodies to manifest the things that we were desiring. Unfortunately, when it was gone, I thought that was a helicopter outdoors. I think it's a heater. No, it is a helicopter. I live right by a tunnel in the city, so if there's an accident by the tunnel, there's a helicopter and I hear it. So there's probably an accident there. Yeah, it's staying there. So, going back, so I feel that there's been other societies that have really tapped into us as the creators. What is it that they say? Like, we use 10% of our brains. So, it's kind of not a surprise. I'm not surprised that there's other societies in this world that have created things and have learned how to use our bodies to create. And you're going to say, you're fucked up, Kitsy. But literally, women's bodies create babies. If we can create a baby, what else can we really create? And as females, we have so much fucking power that we don't even know about it, and we don't know enough about it, that that really there's just crazy amount of things that we've yet to tap into. So creating your life, I just recently did an article on the one publication that I write articles on, and it talks about how to go after your dreams and your desires. If you guys want to know more about this, if you guys want to know more about manifesting, please, again, comment that, hey, this might be an important thing, topic we can touch more on. But really, actually, I'm also doing a workshop on manifesting the life you desire. What is it? In about 2 weeks from now. I'm planning on recording it. So if you're interested in getting that copy, let me know. I can also possibly put it in this group or put it on my YouTube channel. So it, to me, I feel like, yes, you can totally manifest. There's people that manifest and really see the power that we all have and that we all have those gifts. And then there's other people that just don't see it, which is fine, and that's their decision. But at a specific level, even the hard things, we're manifesting that at a specific level too. My ex-husband is an example. I was completely in love with him to the day he left. And though I feel completely heartbroken that he left, probably I had something to do with him leaving. And so it's as much as I didn't want it to happen, I manifested it along with him. So, so even though if you'd say, well, that was awful, and that was, awful that happened, really, I've enjoyed being single, and I've enjoyed my single life since then. And though it is negative that I'm no longer with my kid's father, I've really taken a step back and seen that it was probably for the better that we did end it. So it is. So even in that situation where it was really negative, in a way, I manifested that to get to someplace else in my life. So I don't really want to get into too much on how to create your life, because that's a whole nother topic. Again, I'll be talking about that workshop at that workshop. But do I feel that we can create our lives? Yes. There's tons of companies, there's tons of YouTube videos on how to manifest your life, how to manifest your great life. My biggest advice is just to kind of really get clear as per what you want to create. From there, take the steps in the direction to doing it. You're going to have to switch your mindset over the time to shift to where and what you want to be achieving. That is super low. And then to switch the mindset, and then to really acknowledge your fears and to work through those fears. Those are those steps. I could get further into it, but really ultimately those are those steps. Another great thing too is with trying to achieve stuff, really slow, steady works the best. I tried going really fast. I tried going crazy high steps, though it wasn't the right time in my business. I really had to restart my whole business all over again from scratch. So, but it's kind of that slow, steady kind of wins that race, creating that beautiful and lovely foundation that will allow you to connect with people at a specific level and just, make more. Excuse me. Okay. So do I feel that you can create your life? Hell yeah, I really feel that you can create your life. And if you don't see that, if you are kind of up in the air about that, do some research, find some stories, keep following, and start kind of really looking into how to manifest, and you'll be surprised at what yourself will be manifesting. One of the biggest things I gave in readings was, if someone's like, I want a girlfriend, or I want a boyfriend, or I want a house, I'd always say, write out a list of about 8 things of non-negotiables that you want, and put that list someplace and just give it up to God. And I really feel like that is still the case, and that is still a great way to manifest anything that you desire. So next, the final belief, which is emotions are bad and you should always be positive. That is a whole big crazy sentence that is so against my belief and so against everything that is really wrong with the world today. I think my son's gonna come in here. Is your brother asleep?
No. Yes.
Okay. Close my door, please, bud.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's not sitting.
Okay. So I'm back. Sorry about that. So I think what's really wrong with this world is not expressing emotions, not learning about no emotions, not learning to feel emotions, being judged for feeling emotions, feeling shame for feeling negative emotions. For you looking at all those lovely Karens that have those perfect homes, those perfect lives, those perfect cars, and no stains and no crumbs and nothing on it. That is a big thing of, well, what are you covering up? And what are you hiding? And why can't you allow imperfections in your life? Literally, I have a god dang bed with a dang poo stuffed animal in my bed right now on this lovely video. Trust me, I don't have perfection. To me, I think, who I am and my imperfect personality is really my gift to the world, and the fact of I am imperfect. I am not a perfectionist, and because of that, I hope people can see, things, just okay, she's being authentic with herself, being honest, rather than someone that every time something gets out of place, they freak out and put it back, and it's like, what's going on that you freak out over the littlest thing that's moved? Which I understand, it's lovely to have a perfect home, but to me, that thinks that there's something underneath the surface that is fundamentally wrong, and to make it seem like life has to be perfect is just, to me, absolutely bonkers. If you were this person, then I'm so sorry. I'm really doing my best not to shame you, and but it's one of those things where if you are that perfection type of person, to really ask yourself, when was the last time I felt a negative emotion? When was the last time I felt just anything negative? And really check in with that. I hired a coach many moons ago, and she said it's okay to feel really negative emotions. And that was really hard, considering I created emotional eating based on feeling those hard feelings, and I didn't want to do that anymore. And so for the past few years, it's been actually dealing with those feelings and being willing to feel them and to acknowledge them. The thing is when you don't feel all of your feelings, you really can't figure out what your needs are, and you can't figure out, you don't know why you're feeling that way, and you don't know how to meet, or you don't know how to get your needs met, or to figure out what you need to do to switch the situation. So do I feel emotions are bad and negative emotions are bad? Hell no. Negative emotions are just a place that are a scale of where you're at. And it's not good, it's not bad, it just is. And that there's something that's shifted, that since feeling those negative emotions, it allows me to really feel those higher emotions much higher, so I can feel much happier, I can feel much grateful, much more grateful. So, do I feel that emotions are bad? No, I think they are one of the best and greatest gifts. And I think some of us, unfortunately, leave that emotional side behind at some point. Whether if you call it your ego, your inner child, whatever. And at some point, we have to reconnect with that emotional side to us if we have shooed it away and said, fuck you at some point. and to come back to that and to say, hey, I'm so sorry that I did this. I apologize. And I want to have a better relationship, and I'm going to do my best to honor you, to listen, to really put you as a priority just as much as other people. And that's really when the healing begins, and that's when you can really shift into more of a grace, into more presence, to more patience, and to more flow, and really learning more about yourself. So I think that's a start on how to deal with your emotions, and to go to your emotional side to say, hey, I'm sorry I did this, and to say the thing I just said, and then to really start acknowledging and feeling those emotions and being real with yourself, and then knowing what you need to do in regards to that emotion. So these are the first 3 beliefs that I really feel need to be acknowledged at this point in humanity. And I think if we can just do one of these things, be like, okay, I'm fine with the spirit. If I see it, I'm going to keep working with it, keep working with my intuition. If you're like, hey, okay, I'm up for manifesting, I want to learn more, I think great. And emotions, if you're like, hey, I want to start really feeling all of those emotions, feeling all of life and what life is, and the full experience of life, and the goods and the bads, to do that, and that to make a promise to yourself that you'll do that no matter how painful those emotions feel. So I think it's really important, all of these. Again, please share with me what beliefs you think you would like for me to talk about next. And we'll do that. So I look forward to our next time doing this. And again, comment down below, what you feel was best, which one you liked. Please, there's a stars option. So if you want to donate some money to me or to give some money to me, I appreciate that too for my time. Finally, I am offering my Heal the World Academy video right now at the moment at a special rate. I will be offering Becoming Whole and Being Whole at some point, just not now. I don't know when. So if you want to know more about yourself, and if that's really important, that will be available at some point in the next few months. So I leave that with you. It was wonderful to connect with you, and I really look forward to what other beliefs and what other things we're going to be talking about with getting to be ourselves and becoming more authentic to ourselves and our inner being. So thank you so much, and have a great day.